Jai Vanspa Param Superibrajagacharya Sutta Sadasma Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananda Koti Osnamini Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Thakur Ki Jai Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakti Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Radha Krishna Gaura Thakur Radha Kundi Ki Jai Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Navadip Dham Ki Jai Ganga Mai Ki Jai Yamuna Mai Ki Jai Tulsi Devi Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Navadip Bhakti Vrinda Ki Jai. All glories to Darshan. All glories to Darshan. All glories to Darshan. Thank you very much.
एवं ज्ञात्वा कृतं कर्म पूर्वारपि मुमुक्षुभिः गुरु कर्माय तस्मात् त्वं पूर्वतरं कृतं एवं ज्ञात्वा कृतं कर्म पूर्वारपि मुमुक्षुभिः गुरु कर्माय तस्मात् त्वं पूर्वतरं कृतं एवं ज्ञात्वा कृतं कर्म पूर्वारपि मुमुक्षुभिः गुरु कर्माय तस्मात् त्वं पूर्वतरं कृतं Translation. All the liberated souls in ancient times acted with this understanding and so attained liberation. Therefore, as the ancients, you should perform your duty in this divine consciousness.
Evam gatva kritam karma purvairapi mumukshuvi guru karmaiva tasmattam purvai purvataram kritam. Now, in this verse, 3 times, 4 times, the word has been used purvataram. Purvatamai. Guru karmaiva tasmattam purvai purvatanam kritam. Purva purvataram purvatama. Comparative, superlative, and positive. So, this is the process that we have to follow the previous acharyas. That is Vedic system. In the very beginning of this chapter, Krishna said, Evam parampara praptam imam rajarsayo vidu. We haven't got to make any research, modern understanding. There is no question of modern understanding. We are all following the old, ancient understanding. Now, even from ordinary platform, the eating, sleeping, mating and defending, is that modern? It is not modern. They formerly also are living entities, they were eating, they were sleeping, they are having sex intercourse and they are defending. The main business, nothing is modernized. You can say modernized, but the principle is the same, old system. Nobody can change. The people are dying also. Janma mittu jara vyadhi. That is also the old system. Everyone is taking birth, everyone is growing, everyone is falling diseased and everyone is dying. Can the modern system stop this? The modern system can say, no, you do not require to eat, you do not require to sleep, or you do not require to have sex, or you do not require to defend. No, the same system, the old wine in a new bottle. Similarly, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi, 5,000 years before Krishna said, this is real problem. Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi, Dukkha Dosha Anudarshan. The same problem is still going on. So, it is useless to say that modern time, modern ways, modern things. There is nothing modern. The old thing is going on. So, if we follow systematically the previous acharyas, previous system, as Krishna is advising, Krishna does not advise modern. 5,000 years ago, he instructed Bhagavad Gita. Still, he was saying, Purva Purvatarai, Purvatamai. Evang Parampara Praptam, Imang Rajasaiva. This is intelligence. We have to accept the real truth and follow it. It does not mean modern age or previous age, past age. That is not Vedic system. The old system is going on everything. The sun is also the old. The sun is rising as it was doing in the olden times. The moon is also rising. The years and seasons are changing. Everything is going on. Why we should not accept the system of Vedic knowledge, the oldest of all in the world? There is no history. That is intelligence. So Krishna is advising here, evam gyatya kritam karma purvairapi mumukshu. What Krishna said, that the karma should be divided according to the quality of the person. There are three qualities, Satagun, Rajagun, Tamagun, of the material world. Gunamayi Maya, Daividjesa Gunamayi Mama Maya. The Gunamayi, Guna means the three qualities, Satagun, Rajagun, Tamagun. And Guna, another means rope. Just like strong rope, three ropes, you take 3 ropes and wind it, it becomes very strong. That is also Gunamayi. So, Krishna advised, Chaturvarnamaya system gunakarma vibhagas. Gunakarma vibhagasa, gun quality is there. Now you act according to the quality. Don't be idle. Now at the modern age, in every country all over the world, there is unemployment. Why unemployment? Because people do not know how to divide the population according to guna and karma. One is qualified as a Shudra and he is engaged in the business of a Kshatriya. There is problem. The people are educated as Shudras, and when they are called for recruiting for the armies, they are afraid. The problem is very acute in America. Nobody wants to join military department. Why they will join? They have been trained up as Shudra, and why they will be like the business of Kshatriya? That is the problem. Everyone wants to avoid. Actually, the hippie movement is started on account of this. What is this? Draft. Yes, young men, they want to avoid it and they are forced. Therefore, they take the part of madman or lunatic in this way. This is going on. To avoid it. So that is the problem. People should be trained up according to quality and work. There must be institution to train first-class men. There are first-class men, intellectuals. They should be trained up as Brahmin. That is the system. Second-class men, they should be trained up as Kshatriyas. Third-class men, they should be trained up as Vaishyas. And fourth-class men means below third class. They should be engaged as Sudras, worker. And below them, Chandala, that I have already explained. So, nobody should be left alone. Everyone should be engaged. That is Krishna consciousness. Everyone should be engaged in Krishna consciousness, business. Then there will be no unemployment. First class men, let them become scholars, philosophers, preachers, instructors, Brahminical business, pathan, pathan, jajana, jajana, dana, pratigraha. These are the 6 businesses for the Brahmana class. They should be highly educated, pathan, highly learned, and pathan, and they should educate others also. But if he is not educated, how will he educate others? Pathan, pathan, jajan, jajan. He should be worshipper of the Supreme Lord, jajan, and jajan. He should instruct others also. Sri Vigrahara Dhananittanana Singaratana Mandiramarjanadu Juktascha Bhaktangscha Nijanjatopi Bandi Gurasri Charanaram. Sri Vigrahara. This is Jajana Jajan. Sri Vigraha. This is Sri Vigraha. Krishna's Archamurti. Krishna has taken advantage as avatar, Archavatar. Archavatar means made of stone, wood, metal, jewel, or coloring, painting. There are 8 kinds of Archavatar. So Krishna has consented to descend before us, to accept our service in a manner which we can do. If Krishna remains in his Virata Rupa, then it will be very difficult to capture him. Krishna remains in Virata Rupa, but he becomes Archa Vigraha, a small deity, so that everyone can worship him at home. It does not take much time, does not take much place. To make dress of Krishna, you can utilize little cloth. Krishna is agreeable to accept your service. And offering, patram pushpam phalam toyam, jomi bhakta prajachati. At any means, you can worship Krishna. And that is the business of Brahmana and Vaishnava. Brahmana, Brahma Janati, one must know what is Krishna. Parabrahma, Paramdhama, Pavitram, Param Brahma. Brahma Janati the Brahman. One who is aware of Krishna. What is Krishna? He is above Brahmana. Brahmana qualification is already there. Because a Brahmana means one who knows Krishna, Parabrahma. That is Brahmana. Brahma Janati the Brahmana. Vedu Pathat Bhavet Vipra, Brahma Janati the Brahmana. Janmana Jayate Shudra, Sanskarat Bhavet Dija, Vedu Pathat Bhavet Vipra, Brahma Janati the Brahmana. This is the process. Janmana, by birth everyone is Shudra or Chandala. Those who are satisfied that I have taken birth in my Brahmin family, so now my business is over. No. Janmana Jayate Shudra. the birth by the father and mother, that is Shudra. That is not Brahman. Sanskar. If a man is born Brahmin, then why there is necessity of sacred thread ceremony? No, that is the sanskar. Sanskar means the sacred thread is the symbol, it is offered by the Acharya. It is the certificate that this boy has been trained up as a Brahmana. Therefore the sacred thread is the symbolic presentation. Not that to purchase one who has got this sacred thread means that he has approached qualified Acharya and the Acharya has recognized him as Brahman. This is sacred thread. Not that purchase one sacred thread and get it and become a Brahman. No. This is very important thing. And then divide. First of all educate. Where is that education? Even, of course this is meant for, at least in India, Indians should be educated as Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. Bharat bhumite manusya janma haila jar. Janma sarthak kari karo paropakar. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. Anyone who has taken birth in India, he must take the Vedic culture. The Vedic culture is described here by Krishna, the master of the Vedas. Vedanta vid, Vedanta Krishna aham. That supreme Vedantist. Krishna says in the 15th chapter, the Vedanta vid, I am the knower, supreme knower of the Vedanta. Vedanta vid and Vedanta Krit. I am the compiler of the Vedanta. So where from you learn Vedanta? From Krishna. Vedashti sarvai ahameva ved. This is the formula. So one who knows Krishna, he is Vedanta vid, because he has learned the Vedanta philosophy. What is that Vedanta philosophy? Veda means knowledge, and Anta means the end. The Anta means the end of all knowledge. What is that end of all knowledge? Bhaunam janmanavante jnanavan mang prapaddati. After many, many births, when actually one is wise, Vedantist, mang prapaddati, he surrenders unto me. Vasudeva sarvamiti, sa mahatma sudurla. Such kind of Mahatma is very, very rare. One who knows Vasudeva sarvamiti. Vasudeva, Krishna is the origin of everything. Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartate iti matya bhajante manga buddha bhava samandi. These are the knowledge. One who knows that Krishna is the origin, cause of all causes. Govindamadi purisam tamang bhajan. Ishara parama Krishna sachidananda vigraha anadiradi Govinda sarva karana karanam. Cause of all causes. When one is fully aware of this, he is Brahmana, Vaishnava. Brahmajanati iti Brahmana. This Brahmajanati means Parabrahma is Krishna. One who knows what is Krishna. Krishna is the origin, who is the original cause of all causes. Sarva karana karma. So he is Brahmana. He is Vedantist. He knows everything. And if he acts like that, then what to speak? That is advised here. Evam gyatta kritam karma pudbhairapi mumukshu. Evam gyatta. First of all, it is the business of Brahmana to understand. If you cannot understand, then you do the business of Kshatriya. If you cannot do that, then do the business of a Vaishya. And if you cannot do that, then remain as a worker. Assist others, assist the Brahmana, the Kshatriya. So everyone will be engaged. And it is the duty of the government to see that nobody is unemployed. Then it will be devil's workshop. there will be so much movement, communist movement, this movement, that movement. Because everyone is not employed. The unemployment, devil's workshop, that is breeding so many isms and that. Otherwise, if anyone is engaged into work, his brain will not be a devil's workshop. He'll work something. So this is Krishna consciousness movement, that everyone should be employed in Krishna consciousness. That I am repeatedly saying to my students, that nobody sit idly. He must be engaged, either as a Brahmana, or as a Kshatriya, or as a Vaishya, or at last as a Shudra. But there must be. But anyone who is engaged in the business superficially, it may be the Brahmana's business. But in Krishna consciousness, there is no such difference. Even though one is sweeping the temple, it may be Shudra's business, but he can be allowed to worship the deity, the Brahmana's business. Because a devotee is neither Brahmana, neither Kshatriya, nor Vaishya, nor Shudra, because he is above. He is in a transcendental position. But in this material world, guna karma, if one is not fit for performing the work as a Brahmin, he can work as a Shudra, he can work as a Vaishya. But employment must be there for Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. Employment must be there. So, our Krishna consciousness, this system is being followed. We have got a very nice business, spiritual sky. We are making good profit, millions of dollars. Therefore, our expenditures are going on. We sell our books and we sell our spiritual sky products. In this way, we meet not less than 8 to 10 lakhs of rupees expenditure per month. This is Krishna consciousness. We are not idle. Neither we allow anyone to become idle. It is not this business that go to the temple and ring the bell and close the door and go to smoke ganja. No, it is not like that. It is not like that. Everyone is engaged fully, 24 hours. Kirtaniya sadahari. That is explained here. Evam gatta kitam karma purvairapi mumukshubi kuru karmaiva tasmatang purvai purvatarang kritam. So we have to follow. Now follow purvatarai. Now we are listening Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita was first heard by the Vibhashan, the sun god. So giving aside sun god, we can take at least Arjuna. Purvatarai, Mahadvi. Arjuna is Mahatma Sudhan, because he knows Krishna. Sishastiyam sadimang prapannam. He surrendered to Krishna for solution of the problem, whether he was to fight or not to fight. So Krishna was instructed directly, and Krishna certified him. Bhaktosi means Priyosi. You are my dear friend, you are my devotee. Therefore I shall talk to you the mystery. Rahasam etad uttamam, Bhagavad Gita. So take the lesson from Arjuna, how he acted, how he understood Bhagavad Gita. Then Purvatarai. You don't have to go very long before. You take the symbolic representation of Krishna, Arjuna. So how did he understood? How did he understand Krishna? He understood Krishna. Parabrahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhava. So you understand like that. Why do you misinterpret? Oh, there is no Krishna, there is no battlefield. It is all fictitious. It is I can make my own commentary, he can make his own. Why all this nonsense? Purvatarai, just Arjuna did. Arjuna accepted. Accept like that. Then your Bhagavad Gita reading is perfect. Otherwise simply wasting your time. and misleading others. His meaning is this, meaning is that, meaning is that. Why meaning is that? What right you have got to say like that? But these rascals are doing and spoiling the whole country. You see, misinterpreting. There is no misinterpretation. Try to understand Bhagavad Gita as it is. Your life will be successful. So, try to follow June. Mahajana jena gata sapantha. Dharmasya tattang nihitang guhaya. Mahajana jena gata sapantha. Take this. So, the Shastra says, Tarka Pratishtha. If you simply want to know what is self-realization, what is religion, simply by argument, logic, it is not possible. Tarka Pratishtha. Sutayo Vibhinna. If you want to learn by studying scriptures, Vedic literature, you will find different scriptures. Sam, Jujuri, Katharva, then different Puranas. There are 18 Puranas, Mahabharata. That is also impossible. Means you cannot understand. Sutaya Vibhinna, Naso Munijjasya Matangna Bhinnam. But if you philosophize, following some philosopher, there are 6 kinds of philosophers in India. So, philosopher means he must decry another philosopher. That he must give a new theory. Naso muning jasya matangna bhinna. That will also not help. Dharmasya tattang nihitang guhaya. It is very confidential subject matter. Mahajana jena gatasya pantha. Then you accept the Mahajan. Mahajan means following the parampara system. According to Vedic system, there are 12 Mahajans. Sambhu, Narada, Sambhu, Kumara, Kapila, Manu. Janaka, Bhishma, and Vaiyasaki, like that. I'm just forgetting, excuse me. Sambhu, Narada, Sambhu, Kapila, Kumara, Manu, Prahlada, Janaka, Bhishma. Prahlad Maharaj, this Grihastha. Amongst these Mahajan, there are sannyasis, there are brahmacharis, and there are grihasthas also. So it does not mean only the sannyasi and brahmachari can become Mahajan. There are grihasthas also. Just like Prahlad Maharaj is grihastha. Brahma is grihastha. Sambhu. Narada is brahmachari. Sambhu, Narada, Sambhu. Sambhu, Lord Shiva, is also grihastha. Sambhu, Narada, Kumara, brahmachari. 4 Kumaras from the birth, Naistik brahmachari. Kapila is also brahmachari. Sambhu, Narada, Sambhu, Kumara, Kapila, Manu is grihastha. Similarly, Prahlad Maharaj is also grihastha. Prahlad Janak Maharaj is also grihastha. Bhishma, brahmachari. Bhishma, Bali Maharaj grihastha. Vaiyasaki, brahmachari. So it doesn't matter whether one is brahmachari, sannyasi or grihastha, he must know the science. Just like if you go to a scientist man, you don't inquire whether he is a brahmachari or a sannyasi or grihastha, you require the knowledge. That is also confirmed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Kiba Vipra, Kiba Sudra, Nasikane Noy, Jai Krishna Tattva Vetta Sei Guru Hoy. It doesn't matter whether one is a Brahmin, Kiba Vipra, Kiba Sudra, or one is Sudra, Kiba Vipra, Kiba Nasikane Noy, or whether he is a sannyasi. Jai Krishna Tattva Vetta. One must know the science of Krishna. The science of Krishna is being explained by Krishna himself. So, in whatever position you are, you try to understand the science of Krishna, then you become Guru. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. আমার আজ্ঞায় গুরু হইয়া তারও সর্বদেশ যারে দেখো তারে কহ কৃষ্ণ উপদেশ. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. He says, you become spiritual master. How? I have no qualification. No, you just accept my order. So what is your order, sir? Jare dakho tare kaho Krishna upadesh. You simply speak the instruction of Krishna whoever you meet. Then you become a spiritual master. So actually it is happening. We are not wonderful men. But our only business is that we are speaking only the same thing as Krishna has spoken. That's all. There is no magic. This is the magic. If you adulterate nonsensically, like a rascal, then you cannot become a spiritual master. If you simply follow what Krishna has spoken, then you become spiritual master. It's a very simple thing. It doesn't require education. You can hear from your spiritual master what as Krishna said. It doesn't require even literacy. There are many great personalities, saintly persons. My Guru Maharaj is Guru Maharaj. He was illiterate. Gaur Krishna Das Babaji Maharaj. He could not sign even his name. But my Guru Maharaj was the best scholar of his time. He accepted his Guru. So, this is the process. That Jai Krishna Tattvavetta Sai Guru Ha. That is the business of every Indian. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore asking, Bharat Bhumite Manusya Janma Hailo Jar. Janma Sarthak Kari Karo Paropakar. Indian is meant for paropakar. Because outside India they are in darkness. But unfortunately Indians are now imitating the Western kind of life. It is very regrettable. You have to make your life successful by reading Bhagavad Gita and preach the truth all over the world. Then the world will be happy and you will be happy. This is required. Jare dakho tare kaha Krishna upadesh. That is recommended here. Evam gatta kritam karma purvarubi mumukshu. This kind of business can be done by whom? Mumukshubi. Not ordinary men. Those who are aspiring after liberation. Those who are thinking of stopping this nonsense business of repetition of birth and death for them. They are not ordinary men. Mumukshu. When Vishwamitra Muni approached Maharaj Darshan for help, taking Ramchandra and Lakshman for killing the Rakshasi. Vishwamitra Muni could kill the Rakshasi. But because he was Brahmin, it was not his business to kill. He begged help from Maharaj Darshan to learn Lord Ramchandra and Lakshman to take him there. This is the systematic way. The Brahmanas should be engaged in knowledge and distributing knowledge. Their business is not fighting. The Kshatriyas, they should fight. The killing business is meant for the Kshatriya. That is also required. Evam, Chaturvarnam Maya Srishta. First of all, unless this division is there, that is animal society, that is not human society. In these four divisions are not there. Varnasrama charvata purushena. Systematic human society means Varnasrama charvata purushena parappama. Vishnu aradhate pumsang nannat tatto sukaran. This is required. Varnasrama. That is again confusion. Evam gatya kritam karma purvairapi mumukshuvi. Mumukshuvi. The real business is mumuksha. How to get out of this business of repetition, but people do not know it. They do not know what is the aim of life. The aim of life is mumuksha. This human life is meant for that, to get out of this cycle of birth and death. The animal cannot know this. Therefore it is called mumukshu. One who wants to get rid of this business of repetition of birth and death. Mumukshu. Kuru karmaiva tasmattam. That is advice of Krishna to Arjuna, that you follow the previous acharyas, previous personalities, authorities, just like Shambhu, Narada, Shambhu have already described. You follow them and act like that. And you try to understand that what is my position. If you simply understand my position, immediately become liberated. Janma karma me dibbam jujanati tattva. Takta deham punar janma naiti. This is liberation. If you simply understand, try to understand Krishna, why Krishna comes, what is his instruction, why he says jada jada hi dharma. These things, if you simply understand, then you become liberated person. And this is required in human life, to be liberated. What is this nonsense business? Sometimes human beings, sometimes cat, sometimes dog, but they do not know. But this is a fact that Desharasmin Jathade Kaumaraju Tathade Antar. You have to change your body, transmigrate. But change for the better or stop this change, go back to home, back to God. That is required. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. So Mataji is also could participate. If you know the answer, you could raise the hand. For in the beginning, Prabhupada was saying that this is the Vedic system. What is the Vedic system in relation to this particular verse? Yes, Prabhu.
To follow the predecessors, to follow the previous acharyas.
Haribo. Then Prabhupada said, what we, in particular, in ISKCON or devotees, what we do and what we don't do, or we don't follow. What we follow, what we don't follow. Yes. Uma Shankar Prabhu.
We follow the system which is given to us by the previous acharyas, and we don't follow the modern ways or modern system, so called.
We don't go to make any research.
Yeah, we don't go to make any research.
Haribo. So then, what all things are modern? And Prabhupada gave example. Yes.
Modern way of doing eating, sleeping, mating and defending.
Prabhupada said there is nothing modern, and what is happening is we are doing the same old things, eating, sleeping, mating and defending. That was happening long before, that is happening now also. Haribo. Then Prabhupada said also the people are also dying. Janma Mrityu Jaravati. That is also the old system only. So in one sense, what is then modern? Prabhupada did say, he quoted one phrase. Yes, Vishwakiti Bro.
Old wine in new bottle.
Haribo. The modern ways of doing same things only. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending, but taking birth and dying, everything is same. What does Krishna not advise? One word. Yes.
Krishna didn't advise follow modern civilization.
One word is modern.
Modern.
Haribo. So 5,000 years back he instructed Bhagavad Gita and he says Purva Purvatamahi. Purvatarai, that one should just follow that parampara only. Then he gave some 2-3 more examples, or you can say 4 examples for the same concept. How these things are not modern. Okay, that is about nature, I will say. Same hands, yes.
The sun is rising and the moon is rising. This is the same. It is not the new one.
And something more? Seasons
Seasons are
also,
changing.
years also. Hari Bol. Means years are changing, seasons are changing. It's the same thing. How many meanings for the word guna and what are they? Yes.
Guna means quality, and also it means a rope.
Which quality?
Quality means like Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra.
Okay, the three modes of material nature.
Means
Sattva,
Sattva Guna,
Rajaguna.
Tama Guna also. And it also.
Hari Bol. Prabhupada explained Daivihi Esha Gunamai. Maya is made up of gunas, three modes, Sattva Guna, Rajaguna and Tamaguna. Why is there unemployment in society? Yes. Or maybe Prabhu.
Prabhupada is saying that they are not engaged based on their guna. Because he is giving the example of someone who is a nature of Shudra, but he gets occupation of, he goes to become a military man. When war comes, he'll run away. So when war comes, fighting comes, he runs away because he is a Shudra nature. That's why they are doing drafting like that.
Hari Bol. Prabhupada said, why are these hippies there in America? Because they are being forced, drafted for military. Whereas they are trained in the educational system from childhood only as Shudras. And now suddenly after they complete education, then they are drafted as Kshatriyas. That is not possible. They are afraid, they don't want to go. So then they better decide to become madmen. They drink wine and all that, so that they will not draft us in military. Because drunkards are useless in one sense for fighting. When will there be no unemployment? Go on. Okay.
When all people are engaged according to their varnas in service of Lord Krishna.
That is true. Little more. Yes, Vishwakiti bro.
When systematic training is given, then that problem will be solved. Like Brahmanas are trained according to Brahmana, Patan, Yajan, Yajan, Dan, Pratigraha. Kshatriyas as Kshatriya training. Then there will be no unemployment.
And nobody should be left alone. Everyone should be engaged. Hari Bol. And Prabhupada said that is Krishna consciousness. Everyone should be engaged in Krishna consciousness business. Like in ISKCON, everybody is engaged. Then he gave engagements for the activities of Brahmanas. How many and which are they? Okay, Antadi Prabhu. Our Brahman. Morning only worship.
First he told they can become scholars and philosophers and preachers.
They are types, but their engagement, their activities.
Then he says yajan, then patan, dan parigraha.
Pratigraha. Hari Bol. So Prabhupada was in the process of explaining them. He did explain few of them. So what are they? What are these words? 6. Though Prabhupada explained. No, Raghavaguru.
You are studying that Patan, so he is in touch with Vedic scriptures. He understands them, and he teaches others. That is Patan. Then Yajan is studying that he worships the Supreme Lord. So he knows how to worship, and also he teaches others also to worship. Then he quoted Shri Vigraha Radhana Nityananda.
Hari Bol. How many substances the Archa Vigraha could be made up of? One of the. How many? And what are they? Yes, sir.
Stone, metal.
How many?
8.
8. Which are they?
Stone, metal, jewel, color, wood, and
Prabhupada explained the jewel, I think he did not mention. Jewel is one. The mind is also there. Hari Bol. Is deity worship difficult or easy? And whatever is your answer, substantiate that. Yes, Prabhu. Because Prabhupada did mention about indirectly about grahasthas.
It's very easy because only little cloth is required for dressing the deities and for offering patram pushpam phalam tvayam.
And place also? You
Place
don't,
is a small place.
Small place. Haribo! It does not take much time. So deity worship should be simple. What is Brahman? Prabhupada gave technical definition. Yes, Abhijit Prabhu. Abhishek Prabhu.
Prabhupada said, Brahma Janati iti Brahmana.
Meaning?
One who knows about Brahman, all three features, he is a Brahman. One who knows about Brahman, like the supreme aspect of supreme truth, all three aspects, that is Brahman.
That is also true. One who is aware of Krishna. What is Krishna? He is above Brahman also, for that matter. Brahma Janati Brahman. I am not body, I am spirit soul. That is in general. But Prabhupada did mention one who is aware of Krishna. Hari Bol. Prabhupada said a Brahman means one who knows Krishna, Parabrahman. That is Brahman. Brahma Janati iti Brahmana. Then he gave a categorized understanding of some 4 terms. He did mention just the shloka, but devotees could explain. Which are the 4 terms he explained in this context only, and what is the explanation? What is the elaboration? Okay. Uma Shankar Prabhu.
Prabhupada said, was quoting that sloka, Janmana jayate sudra samskarat bhaved dvija ved pathat bhaved vipro brahma janati iti brahmana. So by birth everybody is sudra, and then
samskarat in Chandala. By birth everybody is Chandala.
And then when the samskaras are performed, then he becomes dvija, twice born. And then when he studies the scriptures, Vedas, he becomes vipra. And when he completely understands the absolute truth, Brahman, so he is called as Brahmana.
Then?
He is called as a Brahmana.
Haribo! Prabhupada mentioned in this context about Brahman thread, and he compared it also with something. What is it? In Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. He gave daily life explanation also of a devotee. Okay.
He is above Brahmana, means above all categories, he said. The devotee he can sweep in the morning, the same devotee he can worship the Lord also.
So when he does the sweeping temple, like, that is Shudra's business. But then he will be allowed to worship deities also, which is Brahmana's business. So because devotee is neither Brahman, neither Kshatriya, nor Vaishya or Shudra, because he is above, he is in the transcendental position. Hari Bol. Then Prabhupada gave practical understanding, explanation of how in ISKCON also we have employment as must. So what example did he give? Yes, Tribhuvan Gopal Prabhu.
Prabhupada quoted, Prabhupada said 2 things. One is book distribution, another is spiritual sky.
Incense were being sold by devotees.
So everybody is...
And by that what? By incense selling?
By that we get lot of profit, and 8
How
to 10
much?
lakhs. 8 to 10 lakhs we get.
In an year or what? In a month, every month.
Per month. So we are not idle, and we don't allow others to be idle. That's what.
It's not that our business is go to temple and ring the bell and close the door and
drink
go
ganja.
to smoke ganja. No, it is not like that. Haribo! Prabhupada said everyone is engaged fully 24 hours. Kirtaniya Sada Harihi. Who was the first one who heard Bhagavad Gita? Simple question. He already releases all the answers without getting mic. Haribo. Vivaswan, the sun god. Why did Krishna speak the mystery of Bhagavad Gita to Arjun? Simple question. You want to answer? Yes.
Bhakto Semi Sakha Cheti, because Arjuna is very dear and he is a devotee, dear friend and devotee of Lord. That's it.
Haribo. What was the understanding of Arjun towards Krishna? Yes.
After hearing Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna's understanding was that Param Brahma, Param Dhamma, Pavitram Paramam Dhamma. So Krishna is that explanation. So that was his realization after he heard Bhagavad Gita.
What is the explanation?
Krishna is a Param Brahma, Supreme Brahman, is a supreme abode. Pavi is a supreme most pure. Pavitram Mama.
Yes, is pure.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Haribo. When will our lives be successful? Yes, Vishwagati Guru.
If you follow the previous Acharya and act according to.
And?
Act.
It's little general. Prabhupada said something specific also.
Try to understand
Try
to understand Bhagavad Gita as it is.
Then your life will be successful. Haribo! Then Prabhupada was saying that, what is that? Tarko apratishto shrutayo vibhinno. So in that context he said, philosopher. What is a philosopher? Yes, Abhishek Prabhu.
He has to bring out some new theory.
He must decry another philosopher, like today's PhDs in one sense. Their theory has to be different from others' thesis. If it is matching, then he cannot get PhD. Haribo! That is stated in Mahabharata. Nasau rusiryasya matam na bhinnam na asau rushi. He is not a rushi if his mat is not bhinna, separate, different from other rushis. How many Mahajanas are there and who are they? Simplest question maybe. But I think you need to remember the shloka, without which you will not reach 12. You may end up 10, 11 or less. Chasing Prabhupada told 11 only, but there are 12. Prabhupada wanted to tell 12th, but because he wanted to say something else. He is behind.
He quoted the shloka, Swayambhu Narada Shambhu, Kumaro Kapilo Manu, Prahlado Janako Bhishmo, Baler Vayasiki Vayam.
Haribo! Prabhupada elaborated something about this. He categorized them into few things. How many things he categorized them into and what are they? Simple. Yes.
He categorized them into 3 ashramas like Brahmachari, Grahastha and Sannyasi. Brahmachari, Grahastha and
Sannyasi.
Sannyasi, yes.
Haribo! Should we get into categorization? I think we will not get. We will have to focus on each one. But Prabhupada did mention like how some are brahmacharis, some are grahasthas and some are sannyasis. And then he concluded also, does that matter whether one is a brahmachari, grahastha or sannyasi? What matters then? Does that matter? If it matters, if does not matter, then what? Yes.
Jai Krishna Tattvaveta, say Guru hai, who knows what
Does it
Krishna-
matter?
It matters.
It matters. It does not matter. This matters. Acha, okay,
Those who
what
know
you are
Krishna-
saying that. But whether one is brahmachari, grahastha or sannyasi,
that
does that
doesn't
matter?
matter. No, that doesn't matter.
That's the spirit. That did not matter. Haribo. So he must know the science of Krishna. So which verse did Prabhupada quote for this? From where? And what is the meaning? Yes, Raghu Prabhu.
Kiba Vipra, Kiba Shudra, Nyasi Keno.
Kiba Vipra. Acha, Prabhupada said like that. Kiba Vipra, okay, Kiba Vipra, Kiba Nyasi.
Shudra
Prabhupada quoted Shudra,
Shudra
but no problem. You are, what do you call, photographic memory. But actually it is Nyasi. Kiba Vipra, Kiba Nyasi. Shudra Keno hai.
Ei Krishna Tattvaveta, say Guru hai.
Meaning?
So whether somebody is Brahmana or sannyasi or Shudra, that doesn't matter. Anybody who knows the science of Krishna, he is fit to be a spiritual master.
From where?
From Chaitanya Charitamrita.
From Chaitanya Charitamrita. Haribo. Prabhupada said if one understands the science of Krishna, then he becomes a guru. And then that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. What is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission? He quoted one verse. Okay, Tribangopal.
Mahaprabhu's mission is Jare Dekhi Tare Kaho Krishna Upadesh. Bharat.
Okay, Prabhupada.
Bharat.
Amar Agya Guru Haya Tare Desh. Okay, Haribo. What is the magic in ISKCON? Yes, Prabhu.
We simply repeat what Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita as it is to others. There is no other magic of speculating.
There is no magic. There is no magic. We are not wonderful men. But our only business is that we are speaking only the same thing as Krishna has spoken. That's all. In one sense, Prabhupada said, then this is the magic. But there is no magic in one sense. There is magic. Achintya Veda Vidyatva. Haribo. So if you adulterate nonsensically like a rascal, then you cannot become a spiritual master. If you simply follow what Krishna has spoken, then you become spiritual master. Very simple thing. It doesn't require education. So it doesn't require education. Prabhupada gave an example for this. Hari Gaurang Prabhu.
Prabhupada is saying that we can just hear from the spiritual master and repeat. Then he gave example of Prabhupada's spiritual master, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. He said that he was not literate, he even did not know how to write his name. And Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj, Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, was the most scholar of that time, but he still accepted him as Guru.
Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj as Guru. Haribo. Prabhupada says, so this is the process, that Yei Krishna Tattva Vetta, Sahi Guru Hai. One doesn't have to be educated and all that. What are Indians meant for? And what are they doing currently? Yes.
Indians are currently imitating the Western culture. They are actually meant for becoming, he quoted this verse again, Bharat Bhumite Manushya Janma Hilajar Janma Sarthak Kari Karo Karo.
Meaning, so what are they meant for?
They are, for whosoever has taken birth in India, his first duty is to make his life successful and then make others' lives also successful by preaching Krishna consciousness.
Indians are meant for para upakar, because outside India they are all in darkness. But unfortunately Indians are now imitating the Western kind of life. It is very regrettable. You have to make your life successful by reading Bhagavad Gita and preach the truth all over the world. Then the world will be happy and you will be happy. Haribo. What is Brahmana's business and what is not his business? It is already covered in one sense, but again, yes, Tribangopal.
Brahmana's business is to teach, not to fight. He gave the example of Vishwamitra Muni and Lord Ram and Lakshman. He wanted to take.
Haribo. The Brahmanas should be engaged in knowledge and distributing knowledge, and that means their business is not fighting. Killing is meant only for Kshatriyas. If these 4 divisions are not there in society, then what happens? Yes, Rava Prabhu.
Was it then becomes animal society?
Haribo. What is the aim of life? Again, kind of Prabhupada connected to the verse, some part of the verse. Yes, Vishwaguru.
Stop the repetition of birth, old age, disease and death.
The aim of life is mumuksha. That means stopping the cycle of birth and death. Haribo. What is liberation? Prabhupada also quoted the verse from Bhagavatam.
Prabhupada quoted Janma Karma Chame Divyam Evam Yaviti Tatvata Tyaktam Deham Punarjanma Naiti Mameti Swarjana. If you can simply understand Lord's birth, activities and pastimes, then simply by knowing that we are liberated.
Knowing them to be transcendental, then one will not take birth. Haribo! What was the concluding words of Prabhupada in this lecture? Yes.
Prabhupada was mentioning what is this nonsense of going to the bodies of cat, dog, human being, etc. But rather than this, stop this and go to the supreme abode or mumukshubhi, attain the liberation.
Prabhupada also said, Dehinosmin yatha dehe, kaumaram yauvanam jara, tatha dehantar. You have to change your body, transmigrate, but change for the better. Or stop this change, go back home, back to Godhead, that is required. Haribo! Jai Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदी।